The Dan Le Batard Show at Stugotz is presented by 1-800-Flowers.com. DraftKings official flowers for Valentine's.
Before I bring Mina Kimes in here to join in on the fun, go ahead, make fun of me. I'm reeling. I am reeling. So have at it now, and then you. In fact, Mina, come up here so they can just tell you what happened. Come on up here, Mina. Come on up here.
Mina.
She knows more about football than anyone in our world, including Dominique Foxworth.
Well, how about Billy? I mean, he's a dude.
Who wants to explain to Mina what just happened to me?
Oh, no.
Dan had a tricky interview with Wu-Tang Clan, and he
interview.
He posed a question to you, God, which is, you know, certainly someone you'd want to talk to in Wu-Tang Clan if they were here.
You posed a question to Wu-Tang Clan that made them uncomfortable. Was it like, tell me about your childhood pain? Let's break this down. Let's break these walls.
Mina, I was talking to a member of Wu-Tang who was not here.
Oh, no. Oh, that is wrong for several reasons.
But so right.
I think we can all agree. Oh, brutal.
I want to talk some football with Mina, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell Mina and everyone here that Stugotz's personal record book is now available for pre-order.
What?
I'm very excited about this, and I figured with Mina here, my co-author, Billy, we'll get to that in a second. I am super grateful for this. So Random House did a deal with me. The book is available right now. It is Stugotz's personal record book. I wanted to call it, I wrote a book before Le Batard did.
Bit wordy.
It is. But Random House didn't go for it. So Dan's just going to write the forward here. Mina wrote a little bit for me. I am so grateful to her and grateful to everyone who chipped in on this book. But you can buy it right now at StugotzBook.com.
Right now.
Pre-order.
Whoa!
How about that?
Wait
Right
a minute.
now.
There's a StugotzBook.com that's functioning?
Yes, there is.
Go people.
Are you sure there's a StugotzBook.com?
We're gonna check that out.
That's functioning?
Random House, there better be a StugotzBook.com that is functioning. So I'm pretty
confident.
positive.
I'm going to
don't
tell you
believe
guys a true story that I'm sure Stugotz won't mind that I tell you. He says that I'm writing the foreword for his book. It works?
It actually works.
Wait a second.
Don't buy books.
I don't believe you.
Wait a second.
I don't see anyone doing it right now. Jeez.
Wait a second.
$29 for this book?
$29?
How can you
It doesn't even have a cover.
How do you pre-sale a book that doesn't
says
exist
cover
yet?
coming soon.
$29.99.
You could get a whole hot dog at Mandalay Bay
Who
for that
did this
much money.
website for you?
And Dan Stanzik.
Yeah, there's a couple things I want to seize on here.
Yes.
Cover coming soon.
Yeah.
Website built before the cover.
The book is coming soon.
It's John Stugotz Wiener and Dan Stanzik.
Yes.
How much of this did you actually write?
Well, listen, Dan Stanzik took the takes that I've had over the years and he just put them on paper. Okay, that's what he did. So Stanzik stayed on me to get this book done. He's a former producer of mine over at ESPN. Super excited, and I'm grateful to all the people I reached out to and I asked them to write, including Tim Kirchin, Scott Van Pelt, Mina Kimes, Greg Cody, by the way.
So
all
none of
people
it.
who wrote rebuttals to my ridiculous takes.
So none of it. You wrote none of this.
I wrote none of it.
$29.99.
I want to just peek behind the curtain. In your email to me, which you also didn't write, Stanzik wrote the email to me asking me to contribute.
Yes.
He included your chapter and said, you know, we're just looking for rebuttals. Feel free to write 500 words, maybe 1,000 words. This was this week, by the way. Or
1,000 more words than I wrote.
It was more words than you wrote. So you're asking your co-authors
Yes.
to do more than you,
Yes.
but not paying them.
Authors.
Correct.
100-0 his way.
And you're asking these lovely people to pay you $29 for that.
And still no one's doing
these
it.
lovely people will pay $29 for that, I think. I hope.
I'm going to tell you an absolutely true story, though, because he didn't ask me to write the foreword. He told me I was writing it, but only after, not making this up, asking me to ask Wilbon if he would write it.
my second choice. I mean,
So I became the second choice. He wanted Wilbon to write it.
What did Wilbon say?
He also called.
he told me to go myself, Billy.
Yeah, that is what Wilbon said. It was a hard no. Mina, have you found this week interesting? Have you found anything fun? Are you already tired of Super Bowl excess, or are you somebody who could gobble up football every day, all the syllables, and so you want to do all the analysis on all the permutations?
I like when we get to just zero in on one game. That we're all looking at the same matchups. I like hearing, the different views that people bring to the same matchups. So that's interesting to me. But by the time, you're on day 5 or 6 of the Chiefs' Stevie blitzes have been working all year, and, Brock Purdy's been slicing that, you're like, okay, I don't know how much longer I can talk about one game. But I do enjoy that aspect of it. And I was on Radio Row yesterday, and had a bunch of just, current players coming through. And it was interesting to me to ask them about the game and hear so many common threads between how they viewed it as well. One of which is, they were all higher on the San Francisco 49ers than I think the media, the players that I interviewed were. That was interesting to me. To a man, almost every single one of them just kept saying, Christian McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey. This is going through Christian McCaffrey. It has to go through Christian McCaffrey, which I think is pretty solid analysis, but I found that interesting.
What do you think of the idea that you can know all of the things that need to be known informationally, and it doesn't help you at all pick football games?
Yeah, right. Like you have everything locked down, and then a ball bounces off of the DB's helmet into Brandon Ayuk's hands, and you're like, this is just... Yeah, I mean, we do the best we can trying to project things, but the players have to play the games. And the coaches, though, I think this is going to be a really big game for coaching adjustments, which is obviously very hard to project.
But do you ever find that people who really impress you with their knowledge, that you find that they can accurately predict what's going to happen in games based on assessment of strengths and weaknesses that they see that others might not?
I think it's less about like predicting the score, well, the cover, maybe this guy goes for over, 60 yards or whatever, and more saying, hey, I think this is a huge schematic advantage, and then seeing that play out. Or I suspect they'll lean into this, maybe just because based on what I've seen on tape, what I've seen their weaknesses are. And then when I'm watching the game, if I see those things play out, that's what's impressive to me.
Mina, is settle a debate for us. Is Spags the second most important on the field on opening night with the Chiefs?
This behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
I mean, I'd probably put Kelce over him, because, especially since the Chiefs don't.
Because of Taylor Swift, I get it.
Yeah, I have struggled with Taylor Swift questions. Not for any I don't know. I don't have like opinion about the coverage or necessarily. I actually think I view it the same way I view almost Brock Purdy, which is. Like, I feel like there's a silent majority on both Brock Purdy and Taylor Swift who don't have strong feelings either way about either. But with Taylor Swift, I struggle because I just don't know her music at all. And I'm not saying that to insult her or anything, but everybody keeps dropping all of these like allusions and song lyrics, and they're all just flying right over me.
I don't like her music either.
I didn't say I didn't like it, to be clear. To be clear, I deeply fear her fan base. It's the same as Purdy.
Oh, Jesus.
What happened?
Don't you dare.
Are you as impressed with Travis Kelce as the rest of us are, given what he was able to do specifically against Baltimore, where they are uniquely qualified to stop what he does, and they in no way were able to stop anything he did?
Well, it was like the first touchdown, which is deep corner, and Kyle Hamilton, who's been incredible this year, was in man coverage. And all year long, I've felt like, yeah, you can play man coverage against the Chiefs. Who's going to beat you? Travis Kelce, he's not really like winning his one-on-ones. And my God, it was a beautiful ball from Patrick, but it was perfect coverage. And his ability, you saw the same playmaking skills, his concentration to the catch point to make these like very difficult contested catches. In that moment when he did that, I was like, oh no, like this might be Travis Kelce, who we've seen, in years past, and that's been the case in the playoffs, and that's what makes this offense a lot scarier than they were during the regular season.
Who do you regard as the second best quarterback in football?
I think for me, I mean,
Hold on, the audience has thoughts. We're going to let you guys answer first. On the count of 3, everyone say the second best quarterback in the league.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Kenny Pickett.
Nailed it.
Exactly.
I picked Lamar Jackson as my MVP. I think he's going to win tonight. But I actually believe it's Josh Allen, which...
Game for your life?
I just do. I just do. I think if I had to pick one quarterback
Game
after
for your life.
Mahomes, game for your life, I would pick Josh Allen because and he has been fantastic in the biggest games.
He hasn't won the games for his life.
Yeah, but he has been fantastic in them, and wins are not a quarterback stat.
Imagine if he had Spags, Mike.
Billy Gill has Josh Allen today. He's got an interview after
Just
here.
Billy.
Will Billy Gill ask
What?
Josh Allen any of the difficult questions?
You know he won't.
It's going to be so uncomfortable. Because Stugotz is going to start out with, Billy said you have a stupid face, right? And that's
You're
where
gonna
we
lead
lose
with
him
that, Stugotz?
immediately.
Yes, I am.
You need to ease your way into that.
I'm not
We're
easing
going
my
to lose him right away.
We're going right after it, Billy.
I don't like that.
Mina, you will be happy and unhappy to know that Billy and Stugotz had the get of gets. They were going to do Marino, Montana with Dan Marino by pouring out
you meant Tony
M&Ms in front of him. And if there were more red ones or more green ones, that would forever decide who was better, Marino or Montana.
I thought he meant Rich Gannon.
I thought he meant the ventriloquist.
But
What
Dan
happened?
Marino stiffed them.
Yeah.
Didn't show up for the interview.
Blew us off.
Big time them.
Yeah.
So Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Montana forever.
yeah. We should promote Mina's excellent podcast,
Oh,
which
thank
is now simulcast on ESPN2, the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny. You got an event today here in Las Vegas with Kevin Clark
Oh my God!
and Dominic Foxworth.
Oh my God, she's gonna weep right now.
She is.
You're gonna make her cry. Let's
do
go
it
a
all
little
the time,
louder.
don't worry.
Lenny, make Mina cry.
So beautiful.
Willow.
That means so much more to me than anything. And he needs it because Lenny's fallen down the totem pole at my house. Sorry.
Bottom of the totem pole is actually more important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you want to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the website?
Or you mean the
The book
Oh,
website.
StugotzBook.com. I mean, StugotzBook.com.
ESPN,
We're already
Dan.
on the New York Times bestseller list.
Thank you, Mina. We love you.
StugotzBook.com.
Any questions for Bill Barnwell on the way out, Dan?
He's so silly. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, best fans around.